My name is Amy Higashihara. America had its own camps. On February 19, 1942, President Roosevelt signed Executive Order 9066. This order gave the Secretary of War the authorization to establish military areas from which any and all persons might be excluded as deemed necessary or desirable. Those selected Germans, German Americans, Italian and Italian Americans were in turn all Japanese and Japanese Americans along the West Coast were rounded up and incarcerated. It would be after the war when I would learn that so many Japanese and Japanese Americans lost their homes, farms, savings, and their means of livelihood because of Executive Order 9066. As a little girl in 1942, I did not know about any executive order. All I remember was my anxious parents going through the house and throwing out knives, a picture of Hirohito, books and magazines in Japanese, and my little brother's toy tank. On May 28, 1942, we left our home near Sacramento for the Florin loading dock. There were soldiers everywhere that I soon learned were called MPs. We and our suitcases were tagged with our names and family number and put on an MP-escorted bus ride to the Marysville Assembly Center. I looked out the window of the bus and saw rows and rows of black tar paper barracks. Here and there, place guard towers poked up above the barracks. Upon closer look, I also saw a barbed wire fence surrounding all of the camp. We went into the barrack where our suitcases, backpack, and bedrolls were checked for contraband. We were put in an army truck and taken to our block and barrack, but there was confusion about which room in the barrack was to be ours. So Father went off to see someone, probably the block manager. I sat down next to Obasan on the blanket roll when I noticed 4-year-old Tomio running toward the MP tower half a block away. I was told earlier that morning upon seeing the MPs, behave or you'll be shot. And only a few minutes ago told, if you go beyond the barbed wire fence, you will be shot. I took all those words seriously. I was scared. Pointing to Tomio, I told Mother, Tomio is running to the MP tower. Mother didn't help me by saying, oh my gosh, they'll shoot him. Luckily, Father had just returned and in a calm voice said to Mother as he took off after Tomio, they're not going to shoot a 4-year-old child. Whether he really knew that or not, he made me feel better. When Father returned with Tomio in tow, Tomio, not knowing how much he had scared us, kept saying, he was a nice man, he gave me peanuts. It was euphemistically called relocation camp, but it really was concentration camps. We were not harshly treated as in death camps and labor camps. We didn't starve, but all our rights and everything was stolen. We were in prison or incarcerated.